the corner, nobody turns it down. Glasses reflect the light, spinning slowly around. There is laughter at the table, but it comes and goes. Nothing stays too long here, that is how it flows. I lean back in my chair, let the moment unfold. There is no expectation, there is nothing to hold. These late table conversations, they don't need a plan, they don't need a reason, they don't need to land. We just let them wander, we just let them breathe. These late table conversations are enough for me. About nothing, someone talks about time. The words don't have to matter, they don't need to rhyme. I watch the room shifting like a gentle tide. People come and go, but I stay inside. I don't try to remember, I don't try to explain. This moment is simple, it will not remain. These late table conversations, they don't need a plan, they don't need a reason, they don't need to land. We just let them wander, we just let them breathe. These late table conversations are enough for me. If the night keeps going, I will stay a while. There is no destination, there is only style. The rhythm holds the air, the bass keeps it alive. Everything is moving, but nothing has to arrive. These late table conversations fade into the night. They don't leave a memory, they don't need to feel right. I stand up without thinking and walk out slowly. These late table conversations still move inside me. The curtain moves a little in the quiet air. Morning has not fully arrived yet. There is a gentle color across the wall. I sit with a cup that is still warm. Nothing asks me to hurry today. There is no voice telling me to move. Only the sound of a distant street and the slow rhythm of my breath. I let the silence stay as it is. I do not try to change the moment. Soft light on the window, it touches everything slowly. I'm not chasing anything now, I am just here. Time does not feel sharp, it moves like water around me. I close my eyes for a second and let it pass through. There was a night I could not sleep. Thoughts kept moving without direction. But this morning feels different, like something has been released. The air is easy on my skin, the world feels slightly distant. I I do not need to understand it all, I only need to stay present. There is no need to name this feeling, it exists without definition. Soft light on the window, it touches everything slowly. I am not chasing anything now, I am just here. Time does not feel sharp, it moves like water around me. I close my eyes for a second and let it pass through. If I move too fast, I lose what is already here. If I hold too tight, it disappears in my hands. So I stay in between, not holding, not leaving. Soft light on the window, it touches everything slowly. Nothing is asking from me, nothing is missing. I breathe in this moment and let it remain quiet. There is nothing to prove, there is nothing to fix. The light changes slowly, and I stay with it. Raindrops tracing down the pane, every line recalls your name. Quiet nights and empty chairs feel like you're still somewhere. In the silence, in the rain, I can feel you once again, like a song that softly stays through the dark and through the gray. Shadows moving on the wall, echoes answer when I call. Every second lingers on like the night we held too long. In the silence, in the rain, nothing really feels the same, but your warmth is drifting through. Every drop reminds me of you. Time keeps falling like the rain, washing over all the pain. If I let it, if I try, would you fade or still remain? In the silence, in the rain, you're the calm inside the pain. Not a dream that slips away, but a feeling that music fades, but the calm remains.
There is a seat by the window. The rain draws lines on the glass. You place your hands around the cup and let the moment pass. No one is asking anything. No need to explain. The world feels distant for a while in the sound of the rain. You do not have to carry everything. You can leave it here for now. Stay a little longer. Let the time slow down. You do not need to hurry. There is no one around. The rain will keep on falling. It will wash the noise away. Just breathe in this quiet and let yourself stay. The light is soft inside this room. It rests upon your face. There is a calm within your eyes that nothing needs to chase. You do not need a reason to sit and feel this way. Some moments are enough alone. They do not need a name. Everything can wait outside. You are allowed this space. Stay a little longer. Let the time slow down. You do not need to hurry. There is no one around. The rain will keep on falling. It will wash the noise away. Just breathe in this quiet and let yourself stay. If your thoughts feel heavy, you do not have to hold them. Let them fade into the sound. There is nothing you must solve, nothing you must decide. Stay a little longer. Let the world move on. You are safe in this moment, right where you belong. The rain is on the window like a gentle refrain. You can rest your heart here until it feels light again. The cup is still warm in your hand, and the rain keeps falling.
There is a reflection on the wet street. Neon colors move with the rain. I walk without a destination, just following the sound around me. The night has its own language. Every shadow has a tone. Neon leaves are falling slowly in a place that never sleeps. I do not try to hold the moment, I just move inside the beat. There is no fixed direction, there is no final scene. I let the city shape the feeling and carry me. A trumpet line cuts through the distance. It feels both near and far. There is a bass line under my steps, keeping everything connected. Faces pass without a story, but they are part of the flow. I am one piece in the motion, and I do not need to stand out. There is no center to this night. It expands in every way. Neon leaves are falling slowly in a place that never sleeps. I do not try to hold the moment, I just move inside the beat. There is no fixed direction, there is no final scene. I let the city shape the feeling and carry me. If I stop the movement, the sound fades away. So I stay within the rhythm and let it continue. Neon leaves are falling slowly, they disappear before they land. I do not need to remember, I let it pass through my hands. There is no need for meaning, there is only sensation. I move with what surrounds me and stay within. The night keeps moving, and I move with it.
Yeah. The street reflects a moving color, shifts with every passing light. I walk without a fixed direction, there is no need to decide. Voices blend into the distance, they do not ask me to stay. I follow what feels continuous and let the night unfold its shape. There is no center in this motion, it expands in every way. This city has no edges, it does not hold me still. I move along the current without a fixed will. Every sound becomes a signal, every light becomes a guide. I exist within the movement, yeah, and let it decide. A rhythm comes from somewhere unseen. It settles under my steps. The bass line moves through the silence and connects what I forget. Faces pass without a moment. There is no need to recall. I do not hold on to fragments. I let them disappear in flow. Nothing has to be remembered. Nothing needs to remain. This city has no edges. It does not hold me still. I move along the current without a fixed will. Every sound becomes a signal. Every light becomes a guide. I exist within the movement, yeah, and let it decide. If I stop the movement now, the sound will fade away. So I stay within the rhythm and let it carry me again. This city has no edges. It keeps expanding wide. I do not try to control it. I stay inside the tide. There is no final direction. There is no defined end. I move within the current again and again. Oh, yeah. The night continues forward. And I move within it. And I move within it.
Yeah. The signal turns green. The cars begin to move. Every line has a direction. Every step has a rule. The screen shows the numbers. They change without a sound. Everything is connected. Everything is tracked. I follow the pattern. I stay within the frame. There is no confusion. There is no delay. We are moving through systems. We are part of the flow. Every second is counted. Every place that we go. There is no interruption. There is no empty space. We are moving through systems at a measured pace. The packages are sorted. The routes are defined. Every path is optimized. Every second aligned. I watch from a distance, but I am inside. There is no separation. There is nowhere to hide. I don't question the rhythm. I don't slow it down. Everything keeps turning without a sound. We are moving through systems. We are part of the flow. Every second is counted. Every place that we go. There is no interruption. There is no empty space. We are moving through systems at a measured pace. But somewhere in the silence between the lines and codes, there is something unspoken that no one uploads. It does not follow logic, it does not obey time. It waits in the background, it stays undefined. We are moving through systems, but something remains. Not everything fits inside these frames. There is more than the numbers, there is more than the pace. We are moving through systems, but we still need space.
City lights are falling down like snow through the glass, a quiet glow. Coffee's cold, but I don't mind. You're still running through my mind. Stay a little longer in this night where everything just feels right. We don't have to say a word. Every silence still gets heard. Neon signs and empty streets, soft reflections at my feet. Time moves slow, the world stands still, caught inside this quiet thrill. If the morning comes too soon, let me stay here with the moon. Just a moment, nothing more like the nights we had before. The music fades, but the calm remains.
The room is calm after everyone leaves. The sound of the door still lingers. There is a glass with a trace of red. I did not finish what I started. Your voice stays in the air, even when you are not here. I can still hear the tone of it. It moves slowly through my mind. There are things we did not say, they remain between us. After the last class, I sit with what is left. There is no music now, only memory. I do not reach for you, I let the distance stay. But something in me still turns in your direction. Your eyes will come tonight, but they were not empty. There was something behind them, something you did not show. I did not ask about it, I chose to let it be. Some connection connections do not need words, they exist in silence. We stay just close enough without crossing the line. After the last glass, I sit with what is left. There is no music now, only memory. I do not reach for you, I let the distance stay. But something in me still turns in your direction. If I had said your name, it would have changed the night. If you had stayed a little longer, it would not be the same. So we left it untouched, exactly as it was. After the last glass, the room feels larger now. There is space where you were, and I feel it. I do not call you back, I let the moment end. But something in me keeps the shape of you. The glass remains on the table, and I leave it there.
Every task begins at a fixed point. There is no variation in the starting line. The signal appears without emotion. I move according to what I see. Each item has a clear destination. Nothing is left undefined. I keep my hands within the process and follow the sequence in time. There is no space for interruption. Everything continues forward. Measured lines, a guide in my motion. I do not step outside the frame. Every second is already counted. I remain inside the chain. There is no need for reflection. There is only what comes next. I move with controlled intention, and nothing is left unchecked. The sound repeats without change. It settles into the background. My body learns the pattern without asking for meaning. The distance between steps is constant. The timing does not drift. I adjust without thinking and keep the system stable. There is no need to hesitate. Everything is already set. Measured lines, a guide in my motion. I do not step outside the frame. Every second is already counted. I remain inside the chain. There is no need for reflection. There is only what comes next. I move with controlled intention, and nothing is left unchecked. There was a moment I slowed down. It did not change the outcome, so I returned to the pattern and stayed within the design. Measured lines continue around me. They define what I can see. I do not resist the structure. It becomes a part of me. There is no break in progression. The process does not end here. It continues without me.
We sit across the table. There is nothing we need to prove. The conversation is quiet, but it is not empty. Your hand rests near mine, but it does not move closer. There is a distance we keep that neither of us breaks. We have learned how to stay without asking for more. We have learned how to speak without opening doors. There is something between what we say, something that stays in the air. It does not need a name, it does not need to be clear. We do not cross the line tonight, we do not change what we are. There is something between what we say, and it has brought us this far. The room feels warmer now, but nothing has really changed. Your eyes hold a question, you never let it show. I take a slow breath and look down for a moment. There is a truth we share, but we leave it untouched. We know where this goes if we take one more step. We know what it means and what we might regret. There is something between what we say, something that stays in the air. It does not need a name, it does not need to be clear. We do not cross the line tonight, we do not change what we are. There is something between what we say, and it has brought us this far. If time was different, if we met another way, would we still hesitate, or would we choose to stay? But this is where we are, and this is what we keep, a feeling without a future, a promise we don't speak. There is something between what we say, and it will stay here tonight. We leave it in the silence, we leave it in the light. We stand and say goodbye, like nothing has begun. There is something between what we say, and we let it remain undone.
Rain falls softly on the window, it traces lines across the light. The bar is quiet in the corner, wrapped in shades of gold and white. I sit with something in a glass and watch the night unfold. There is nothing I am waiting for, nothing left to hold. The sound of rain fills the silence, sound of rain. A reflection in the mirror looks back without a word. The music plays in quiet tones, almost never heard. Someone laughs in the distance, then fades into the air. Every scene is temporary, nothing stays there. I do not try to follow, I let it drift away. Rain behind the glass, it moves through every light. I stay here a little longer in the middle of the night. There is no need to speak, there is no need to explain. I let the moment pass like the sound of rain. If I close my eyes, the night still remains. There is no difference between silence and rain. Rain behind the glass, it settles in my mind. Every passing second leaves nothing behind. I do not hold on, I do not complain. I sit with the night and the falling rain. The glass is still in my hand, and the rain goes on. The city is quiet tonight. The rain is already gone. There is a chair by the window. It feels like someone was here. I leave the lamp turned on, not because I need the light, but because it feels different when the room is not empty. I don't say much these days, I let the hours move slowly. There is no reason to rush, there is nowhere to go. There is still light in the window, even when no one calls my name. There is still warmth in the silence, even when nothing feels the same. I stay here breathing softly, letting the night pass through. There is still light in the window, and somehow that is enough. I hear the sound of a train somewhere far in the dark. It reminds me of distance, but not of loneliness. I pour a glass of water and stand there for a while. There is no need to think, there is no need to decide. I don't look back tonight, I don't reach for tomorrow. This moment is simple, this moment is clear. There is still light in the window, even
space. Everything feels aligned. There is no missing piece. There is no need to find. There is still light in the window, and it does not fade away. There is still peace in the silence. At the end of the day, I stay here without questions, letting the night be true. There is still light in the window, and it gently carries me through.
Rain falls into the neon shadows. It bends across the street below. The night moves at a slower rhythm, a quiet kind of flow. I step inside the lowlit corner where time begins to fade. Glass is waiting on the counter, like a choice already made. No one asks where I have been. No one needs to know. The midnight rain keeps falling across the city light. I sit inside the silence and let it pass the night. There is nothing I am holding, nothing I explain. I stay within the moment and the sound of rain. The bass line moves beneath the surface. It settles in my chest. A distant horn cuts through the quiet, then disappears again. Faces come and go like shadows. They never seem to stay. Every second feels suspended, then slowly drifts away. Do not follow where it leads. I let it come and go. Midnight rain keeps falling across the city light. I sit inside the silence and let it pass the night. There is nothing I am holding, nothing I explain. I stay within the moment and the sound of rain. If I speak, the moment breaks. If I move, it changes shape. So I'll leave it as it is and remain inside the becomes a reflection of something undefined. There is no need for answers. There is falling rain. The groove continues slowly and fades into the rain.
Candlelight is swaying slow. Shadows dance but never go. In your eyes a quiet flame, calling softly out my name. Stay with me till closing time. Let the silence turn to rhyme. In this calm and amber glow, there's a truth we never show. Every sip and every glance feels like part of our last dance. No more words we need to say. Just let moments drift and stay. Stay with me till closing time. Everything just feels in mine. In the quiet, soft and low, we become what we don't show. When the room begins to fade and the final song is played, we don't reach for what is gone. We just let the night go on. Stay with me till closing time. Let this moment stay in mind. In the dark, the softest glow is the love we never show. The music fades, but the calm